Hey guys, and welcome to the Strategy Lab video. In today's video I will show you something amazing, so watch this video very attentively, and if needed rewatch it as many times as you need to get the concept. Okay, let us start. First of all, if you guys are new, my name is Alexander Nikitin. Please hit that subscribe button in order to be notified about my new episodes. And if you guys are following me for a while, thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you that you share this video on social media, and thank you that you leave your comments in that comment section. Okay, I need to remind you my approach first. Let us start. So I trade these patterns that are called W-type patterns or M-type patterns. W-type patterns are traditionally bearish patterns, so we expect a reversal, and M-type patterns are traditionally bullish patterns, so we expect a reversal as well. Okay, I will only consider this bearish example, but you should apply the opposite rules for this bullish example as well. First of all, traditionally we expect a reversal, but according to my market research, and I tested hundreds of thousands of these patterns, I found that in many cases, more often than not, this continuation happens rather than this reversal. And I did the calculation, and I found that depending on the ratios of these points, this point and this point, yes, and depending on the ratio of this point and this point, we can have a probabilities for either a reversal or a continuation. And my approach is very simple. If we have specific ratios set for this time frame and this period, and this ratio set says that I should place take profit here and stop loss here, yes, it means I need to sell, then I trade it as reversal. And if my specific ratio set says that I should take profit here and stop loss here, and here I will buy, then I trade it as continuation. So the same stuff is true for bullish patterns. So I can trade it as a reversal and I can trade it as a continuation, and my decision making process is based on ratio combinations. Next, as I told you, there is a very simple logic behind this stuff, that these patterns are mostly continuation patterns. So let me delete it, all that unnecessary lines. So these patterns are mostly continuation patterns. Why? There are two reasons for that. First of all, we have this zigzagging pattern, and many traders consider these higher highs and higher lows as an uptrend. And we know that an uptrend is a tendency of price to move higher. If we have a tendency of price to move higher, then it will most likely continue moving higher rather than reverse. So this is reason number one why the pattern should be a continuation pattern. And the second reason is that the most typical retracement in whatever movement, so if you have an impulse lag and you have a retracement, is somewhat around 50%. If it goes deeper than 50%, then you have a higher probability of a continuation further, so like this, to test these highs. And if it is less than 50, then you have a higher probability to reverse, to move here to test these lows. Okay, the same stuff here. We know that completion of these patterns is somewhat around 0.8. 0.786. 80% is much greater than 50, and of course if you hit that, then you have a second bullet that kills the pattern and that tells you that it should be a reversal. Of course, there are some times when these patterns are pointing at reversal points, at reversal levels, and we find some powerful movements starting from this, but they are much more rare than these continuation moves. Okay, I studied them all, I calculated them all, and I want just present you just few of them, few Excel spreadsheets, so you get a better understanding of what I'm looking at. Let us start with this euro-dollar pair. Let me open it. Euro-dollar. Here it is. So what we have? We have an MPS that draws the patterns automatically, yes. And inside of MPS we have this inverse level, so very convenient to switch the levels if I need to trade with the pattern or I need to trade against the pattern, yes. And how I decide if I need to switch to trade with the pattern or against the pattern, I just go and open my euro-dollar Excel spreadsheet. Where is it? Decimals. Here it is. Euro-dollar Excel spreadsheet. So here are the trades, historical trades, starting from 1999, 1,213 trades, and I was using Prex 12 algorithm and WPR algorithm. I also have some other algorithms, but in this specific Excel spreadsheet I only used 2 of them. So totally I found 1,213 patterns during the course of 20 years. And then I analyzed them, analyzed those ratios, and here's the table. So if the B point ratio is this and this, and C point ratio is this and this, then this occurrence doesn't occur. No patterns with this stuff. If the B point is this and let's say the C point is this, then we have this 33% probability. If we have the B point of this and C point of this, then we have 52%, and so on and so forth. So I also made this reminder that tells me trade standard way. If the cell is green, means that I need to look at a reversal. So if I have a, let's say, 54% probability of a reversal or 64% probability of a reversal, if my pattern is 0.4 to 0.5 and 0.9 to 1, yes, then why should I go against that? I should trade with the pattern. I should trade the reversal way. And if I have lower probability of reversal, let's say this 28% probability of reversal means that I have 72% probability of continuation. So if I have a 72% probability of continuation, why should I wait for a reversal? Of course, I should buy instead of sell, or sell instead of buy, and I change stop loss and take profit, the places of stop loss and take profits. Okay. Then I made one step further, and those of you who are MPS customers, you will find that very, very useful. Guys, I added a learning engine to the MPS, and now when you do your market research, you can then later teach an MPS to recognize your market research. And let's do it right now all together. So I will teach the MPS when it should draw the patterns standard way and when it should draw the patterns inverse way. So instead of clicking this button all the time, yes, so let the MPS make decision, let it think. And I need to give it a, by the way, the pattern completed, I need to give it a some inputs of my market research. And to do that, I will go to open data folder, and I will go to MQL4, and I will go to files. And here what I need to do, I need to create a special file that has this name. The name should be Euro USD, capital letters. Then we should have dash, then we should have a time frame. My time frame is 30 minutes, so it should be 30 minutes. And then we should have a word ratios. So this will be our file. And then we need to edit this file. So let's open it, and we will edit this file. The first thing that we need to type, we need to type the first row from our Excel spreadsheet. So let me arrange this stuff side by side, and here we have our table from Excel spreadsheet. And now watch it very attentively, watch the manipulations that I do very attentively, because it is very important. Okay, so the first line says B to C, then it says from 0.3 up to 0.4, up to 0.5, up to 0.6, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so let me do it, and I will type it exactly the way, but instead of B to C I will type the name of the pattern, and I call it custom pattern. And then to separate values I will use a semicolon delimiter, and this is very important. So if you are going to create similar files to teach MPS to recognize your market research, you should also use this semicolon delimiters. Okay, the next cell says up to 0.4, so I type simply 0.4 and then a delimiter. Then I type 0.5 delimiter. Then I type 0.6 delimiter. Make sure that your integer and your decimal parts of your numbers are separated by point. They are not separated by comma. You see? So it should be separated by point. In Russian versions of Excel and Russian versions of textual editors, it may be separated by comma, but make sure that you are printing points, printing dots. Okay, 0.6, then I should place 0.7, yes, up to 0.8, up to 0.9, and 1. And then I enter, press enter. So the first line is done. So this is exactly the first line of this Excel spreadsheet. Now, I think that you already start understanding what I'm doing, yes? I'm just typing my Excel spreadsheet results into a special file, and I am going to attach this file to MPS, and then MPS will draw target and stop loss levels based on my market research. Isn't this, I don't know, amazing? Okay, up to 0.4 is the first cell, yes. Then we go 0. Then we have 25%. Then we have 0 as well. It doesn't matter if you type the precise number 25.00 or you only type an integer part. The only thing that is needed to change the values is that if it is more than 50% or it is less than 50%, if you have a high probability of this scenario or that scenario. So this is what is actually needed. So then is 75, yes. Then we have 28, then we have 100, and then we have 50. Okay, let us fill in the next line. It is up to 0.5, and then we have 0, then we have 33, okay, 52, and then we have 45, then we have 46, then we have 53 and 64. Perfect. The next line says up to 0.6, yes, so we type up to 0.6, then we have 40, we have 50, we have 49, then we have 58, then we have 43, we have 41, we have 50 as well. Okay, this line says up to 0.7, so I type it up to 0.7, and I have 66, then I have 54, and then I have 57, I have 33, 28, and then 33, and then 37. Perfect. And the last line says up to 0.8. So up to 0.8, I have 57, I have 53, I have 40, I have 50, I have one more time 50, I have 44, and the last one is 54. Okay, let's save this file. We don't need our Excel spreadsheet anymore. What is this? Save decimal changes. Okay, don't save them. So I will close this stuff as well. And now what we need to do, only after we typed all this stuff the way I told you, using the semicolon delimiter, yes, and keeping that format, only then you go to rename this. Hey, come on. You go to rename this to CSV file. CSV. Only after that. So be very attentive. Okay, after changing the extension, the file can be not reachable. Perfect. Done. We have $30 ratio CSV file with formatting that is needed. And now you can see it. Oh, it hit take profit. It hit take profit. Some patterns are showing continuation values, and some patterns like this one are showing reversals. And you see that it doesn't matter if I click this button, MPS ignores that, and it is making decision based on the market research. So I should have solved it at this level, but I didn't know what exactly was the direction of the pattern until I actually created the file. Now I have the file and I have this beforehand. Okay, and let's go into history. Let's go deep into history to see that some patterns are continuation patterns, some patterns are reversal patterns, like this. Here we had a reversal but it failed, and so on and so forth. Here we had a reversal and it failed, continuation that went to targets, and then you can do the backtest based on these levels, yes, based on these optimizations. And I also did a step further, and guys, I also calculated the total performance of these patterns on different pairs, not on only euro-dollar, but on other pairs as well. And let me open my total Excel spreadsheet, if it is something that I recently opened. No, it is not. So I will go here to my optimization, to my decimal ratios, to my take profit one, to time, and I will find total. So the total for this, if I open total Excel spreadsheet, it takes time. So you will see that here I have much more examples. I have 10,000 of setups, 10,000 of patterns, because they are not only patterns from one pair, they are patterns from different pairs, from major pairs. And then I calculated the performance, the so-called overall performance for these patterns. Now I'm going to create the file of overall performance, and then MPS will look at the overall performance and it will take the value. It will make a decision if the pattern should be a continuation or a reversal, and then after that it will look at a specific pair performance, and then he will compare two results. If the two results are contradicting, then it won't draw any targets and stop losses. But if two results coincide, so I mean the specific pair and the overall market research, if they point in the same direction, then you only trade in this direction. Hope you understand this. So let me show it. So here's the pattern, and here's the Excel spreadsheet. One of them said that I need to buy, and the second one says that I need to buy. If they coincide, then I buy. If they move in opposite direction, one of them says that I need to sell and the second one says that I need to buy, then I simply don't trade this pattern, then I simply skip it. So how I actually add this information to the MPS? The process is very similar to one that we have just done. So we go here, we go to open the other folder, and this time I won't do that txt file manipulations. I already have my euro-dollar ratio file, so here it is, and I know that this file is formatted the way I need this to work properly. Yes, I know that the delimiter is the semicolon and the other stuff is formatted the way that is needed. So I will simply copy this stuff and I will then paste it here. So I have euro-dollar copy, and then I will change the name of this, and instead of euro-dollar I will type total, and then I will delete this word that says that it is a copy. Okay, now it should have total 30 ratios CSV, and the format is the same because it is the file that I copied. And then I go to open this total CSV. Yes, let me arrange the files side by side, and here I will type the results of this total file. So the total file says 100 here, then it says 66. I will go columns, fill in the columns. 66, then it says 51, 35 and 47. It is a bit faster because we already have other stuff filled. 33, 56, 51, 52, 57. The third column up to 6, 0.6. So we have 50, then we have 53, 48, 52, 49. Up to 0.7 we have 52, 52, let's say 51, 51, 51. Because they are all above 50, so I should type 51 so they stay above 50. 30, then we have 51, then we have 55, 45 and 53. And then I type 54, and then I type 51, and then I type 48, 46 and 49. And the last column says that it should be 38, 54, 48, 49 and 58. Okay, that's it. Now guys, in order to save the information, you should click this save and save this in this formatting that we applied to it. And when you close it, it will ask you if you want to save this information. This time you answer no, don't save, because if you will save it, the format of this Excel spreadsheet will change, and we don't want to change the format of the Excel spreadsheet, so this time you don't save it. You see, you press this save button and you save it, and then you close and you don't save it. Okay, now our file is here, total Excel spreadsheet. And if we go to our stuff, let me check it. And then we'll go into history. We will find some trades that have no stop losses, no take profits. So this means that these patterns were contradictory to overall performance of patterns. You see, they have no take profits, no stop losses. So this was a reversal and it hit targets. Let me zoom it in maybe. So you see, this was a reversal and it hit targets. This one, the bearish, the bullish one, we should skip this because it was contradictory. This one was a reversal, but it hit stop losses. This one was continuation, and this one is stay away pattern. This one was continuation, and so on and so forth. So we have double filtering. First of all, change the value according to the specific Excel spreadsheet, and then change the values according to a total Excel spreadsheet results. Of course, if you have this stuff, you can also use some additional filter. Let's say that this territory is the so-called unknown territory, because it may go here and it may go there. They conflict. So you simply use additional confirmation either for reversal or for a continuation, maybe a candlestick formation. Well, it's just an idea how you will deal with these patterns that conflict to the main pattern performance. Okay, so here it is. Now you can see that MPS is placing targets and stop losses according to the ratios, according to stop losses and according to take profits that are drawn by these based on the ratios. Okay, so this was a winner. I just missed this because I didn't have the Excel spreadsheet added to my MPS. Okay, now I have it, but it is a bit late. What happens if you switch to 1 hour time frame? Well, nothing happens. So you don't have MPS looking at your files, because these files only true for 30-minute time frames. So you see, on 1 hour time frame, the inverse button works, and MPS obeys the inverse button. You can also add this 60-minute time frames, and then you can switch between 30-minute and 60-minute time frame. And if the patterns coincide, the information from 60 and 30 coincide, and they complement each other, then you have a double confirmation. And if they do not complement each other, maybe they conflict, 60 minutes say buy and 30 minutes say sell, then maybe you should stay away from this patterns. Okay, just an idea of how you can use this. Okay, this learning engine, this possibility to teach MPS is available starting from the version 5.52.6. If you have lower versions, update your files. Don't forget to update them, and you will have those enormous possibilities in the tips of the fingers. Okay guys, hope you like this video. If so, give me a thumbs up, share this video on social media, and until then, good luck and good trading. I hope to see you soon.